Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lecture, we will learn about the theories of development. Unit number 1, Early Childhood Education. We will discuss this chapter in two parts. In first part, we will discuss about the behaviorist theories, and in the next part, we will discuss about the constructivist theory. After completing this chapter, student will be able to understand the characteristics of developmental stages according to different theorists, and they can be able to compare the views of different theories and how these theories can be used in the classroom and in the learning situations. The next one is the B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning. The operant conditioning was given by Skinner. It is the type of learning in which behaviors are imitated to earn rewards or avoid punishment. It is known as instrumental learning. The example of operant conditioning in the classroom can be considered, especially if the kids are hungry and if they like the food, that the pizza food or any, for example, they are going to celebrate the pizza day in the classroom. They have to work before the celebration of the pizza day. They have to learn, or they have to perform better in the classroom. Many teachers use operant conditioning to promote good behavior. For example, they give stickers and stamps to the students. It is possible for the teacher to cause classical conditioning unknowingly. It is possible for kids to associate certain teachers as being fun while other teachers not being fun. Just the thought of such a teacher will induce involuntarily unpleasantness among students. It is unintentional classroom conditioning. Skinner identified three types of responses or operant that can follow behavior, that are natural operants, reinforcers, or punishers. According to Skinner, once a response as desired by the trainee, teacher, or experiment occurs, it is reinforced through a suitable reinforcer. This response gets conditioned by being constantly reinforced. Operant conditioning, as emphasized earlier, is correlated with operant behavior. An operant is a set of acts that constitute some actions of an organism. Hence, the process of operant conditioning may start with the responses as they occur natural or at random. Skinner considered operant as an act which constitutes an organism's doing something. For example, raising the hand, walking about, pushing a lever, etc. Responses from the environment that neither increase nor decrease the probability of a behavior being repeated. According to him, reinforcer or reinforcement is identical to the presentation of a reward. A reinforcer is a stimulus, the presence or removal of which increase the probability of a response being repeated. Skinner recognizes two kinds of reinforcers, positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. It can either positive or negative. A positive reinforcer is any stimulus such as food, water, any present, gift, reward, etc. The introduction or presentation of which increase the likelihood of a particular behavior, the behavior which you want to teach to your students. In the educational context, the praise, grades, medals, and other prizes awarded to students are the example of the positive reinforcers. A negative reinforcer is any stimulus the removal or withdrawal of which increase the likelihood of a particular behavior which the teacher want to teach to his students. A loud noise, etc., any punishment, classroom withdrawal from classroom, or stop the break time are said to be the negative reinforcers. In the educational context, one example may be considered as teacher saying to students that whoever does drill work properly in the class would be exempted from homework. Or for example, to teach a certain behavior, teacher gave the negative reinforcer to write the time, to write the work for the 5 times, for 6 times, and to remove or decrease the class break time, etc. It is known as the negative reinforcers. And then punishers, responses from the environment that decrease the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. Punishment weakens the behavior. Here is a flow chart that are presenting the operant conditioning, the principles of the operant conditioning, the reinforcement we have discussed earlier, and the punishment. Reinforcement, in which reinforcement can be two type, positive, and can be of two type, positive and negative. In the positive reinforcement, the teacher present the stimulus, and in the negative reinforcement, teacher remove the stimulus to teach the desired behavior in the increasement and decreasement of the behavior. And in the punishment, positive stimulus presented, and in the negative punishment, the stimulus is removed to teach the desired behavior decreasement. To teach the students desired behavior. The key points of the operant conditioning include positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, which I have told you earlier. Positive reinforcement element that acts as a reward, usually meets some basic needs or generate a pleasurable responses, and negative reinforcement, an element that generates a response of pain, displeasure, discomfort, acts as punishment, etc. A negative reinforcement is any stimulus, the removal or withdrawal of which increase the particular desired behavior. These two terms should not be taken to have the same meaning. Whereas reinforcer, positive as well as negative, strengthen the behavior, while punishment weakens the behavior. Punishment has consequences which are not reinforcing, do not strengthen behavior, and aims at reducing behaviors by imposing unwelcome consequences. On the other hand, negative reinforcer strengthen desirable behavior by withdrawing unpleasant experiences. Here is a picture of operant conditioning, positive reinforcement. The effects can be measured. The effect of increasing the frequency of behavior by using consequences that are pleasant when they happen. They are used to strengthen the behavior. Giving rewards to students can strengthen their behavior and the desired behavior which the teacher wants to teach them. And negative reinforcement, the effect of increase the frequency of behavior by using consequences. The effect of decrease the frequency of behavior by using consequences that are unpleasant when they happen. They weaken the behavior, taking away some pleasant, giving something pleasant for undesired behavior and the behavior the teacher wants to teach. This is the important points and principles about the classical and operant conditioning. Now give your own example how we can use these both conditionings classical conditioning and operant conditioning in an educational context and in the learning environment to teach a desirable behavior to our students. Thank you.